David Johansen, the legendary frontman of the proto-punk band New York Dolls and an actor known for his memorable role in the Bill Murray classic Scrooged, has passed away, leaving behind a legacy that will never be forgotten. His death marks the end of an era for fans of punk rock and those who admired his larger-than-life personality, musical genius, and unforgettable performances both on stage and screen. His influence on music, fashion, and pop culture is incalculable, and his passing has left a void that will be felt for generations to come. Johansen died on Friday at his home in New York, a city that played a pivotal role in shaping his music, career, and identity. New York City, with its vibrant energy, diverse population, and rich cultural history, served as both a muse and a playground for Johansen. The city's grit and glamour provided the perfect backdrop for the raw, unfiltered sound of the New York Dolls, and it was in the clubs and bars of Manhattan that the band honed their craft and built their devoted following. His passing was confirmed by his stepdaughter, Leah Hennessy, who shared the heartbreaking news with multiple media outlets. Although an official cause of death has yet to be announced, Johansen had revealed last month that he was battling stage 4 cancer, a brain tumor, and a broken back, conditions that deeply affected his health in his final days. Despite his ailments, he remained a resilient and vibrant force, always carrying the same unbreakable spirit that defined his career. His determination and strength in the face of such adversity were a testament to his character and his unwavering passion for his art. Born on January 9, 1950, in Staten Island, New York, David Johansen grew up with a passion for music that would shape his entire life. From a young age, he was drawn to the sounds of rock and roll, rhythm and blues, and soul, and he spent countless hours listening to records and dreaming of a future in music. He became a defining figure of the 1970s punk rock movement, helping to shape the sound, attitude, and aesthetics of the genre long before it became mainstream. Johansen was an artist in the truest sense, refusing to be boxed into any single category and instead reinventing himself time and time again. His creativity knew no bounds, and he was constantly exploring new musical styles, personas, and artistic expressions. David joined the New York Dolls in 1971, an era where rock music was undergoing a seismic shift. The late 1960s and early 1970s saw the rise of progressive rock, heavy metal, and glam rock, but there was also a growing sense of disillusionment with the excesses and pretensions of the music industry. With a style that was raw, unapologetic, and flamboyant, the New York Dolls were unlike anything the music industry had ever seen before. Their glam-inspired look, featuring platform boots, heavy makeup, and eccentric outfits, shocked audiences and critics alike, but their music was what truly set them apart. They were rebellious, loud, and full of energy, embodying the raw, unfiltered spirit of what would later become punk rock. The band's live performances were legendary for their intensity and unpredictability, and they quickly gained a reputation as one of the most exciting acts in the New York music scene. The band's influence on the punk scene was immeasurable. They were a bridge between the glam rock of the early 70s and the punk explosion that followed. Without the New York Dolls, bands like the Ramones, Sex Pistols, and The Clash might not have had the blueprint for their own aggressive, stripped-down sounds. Their self-titled debut album, released in 1973, featured classics such as Personality Crisis and Trash, songs that became anthems for misfits and outcasts who found solace in the raw power of their music. The album was produced by Todd Rundgren, a renowned musician and producer known for his eclectic style and innovative approach to recording. Despite its critical acclaim, the album did not achieve significant commercial success, but it has since been recognized as a seminal work in the history of punk rock. The New York Dolls faced their fair share of struggles, from internal conflicts to commercial challenges, and by 1976, the band had dissolved. The pressures of fame, substance abuse, and creative differences took their toll on the band members, and they eventually went their separate ways. But David Johansen was not ready to fade into obscurity. Reinvention was a cornerstone of his artistry, and he proved that once again when he adopted the persona of Buster Poindexter in the 1980s. As Poindexter, he became a completely different artist, ditching punk rock for a lounge singer persona that was equal parts humor and musical sophistication. He found commercial success with his hit song Hot Hot Hot, a track that became a global party anthem. The song's infectious rhythm and playful lyrics made it a favorite at dance clubs and parties around the world, and it showcased Johansen's versatility as a performer. But Johansen's versatility didn't stop at music. His charisma and natural screen presence led him to acting, where he made a lasting impact in Hollywood. One of his most iconic roles was playing the ghost of Christmas Past in the 1988 holiday classic Scrooged, starring Bill Murray. His portrayal of the wisecracking, cigar-smoking ghost added a unique and unforgettable twist to the Charles Dickens-inspired story, making it one of the most memorable performances of his acting career. Johansen's comedic timing, charm, and larger-than-life personality brought the character to life and added a fresh dimension to the beloved tale. Throughout his career, Johansen remained a performer at heart. In 2004, the New York Dolls reunited, and with fellow original members Sylvain Sylvain and Arthur Kane, they released 3 more albums and embarked on a series of tours. It was a moment of triumph, proving that their music and legacy were still relevant decades later. Despite their initial commercial struggles, the New York Dolls had, by this point, become recognized as one of the most influential bands in rock history. Their music continued to inspire new generations of musicians and fans, and their reunion was a celebration of their enduring impact on the world of rock and roll. Beyond his music and acting, Johansen was a cultural icon, a rebel with an undeniable charm. He was known for his wit, his refusal to conform, and his deep love for music in all its forms. Whether he was fronting a punk band, crooning as Buster Poindexter, or appearing on screen, he always brought an unmistakable energy and charisma that made him one of a kind. His larger-than-life persona and fearless approach to creativity made him a beloved figure in the entertainment industry and a true original in every sense of the word. David Johansen's passing leaves a void in the world of music and entertainment that can never truly be filled. His contributions to punk rock, his fearless artistry, and his ability to continually evolve as an artist cement his place in history. He is survived by his wife, Mara Hennessy, and his stepdaughter, Leah Hennessy, who will undoubtedly carry on his legacy in their own ways. His family and friends remember him not only as a talented artist but also as a loving husband, stepfather, and friend who touched the lives of those around him with his kindness, humor, and passion for life. At the age of 75, David Johansen leaves behind not only a catalog of influential music but also a lifetime of unforgettable performances and a spirit that will continue to inspire generations of artists. Fans around the world are mourning the loss of a true rock and roll icon, but his music, his voice, and his legacy will live on forever. His impact on the world of music and culture is immeasurable, and his influence can be heard in the work of countless artists who followed in his footsteps. Rest in peace, David Johansen. Your impact on the world will never be forgotten. Your legacy will continue to inspire and resonate with those who seek to push the boundaries of creativity and self-expression.